Hi Capricorn, welcome to your July 2019 Angel card reading. I'm using the Angel Tarot card deck. I'm also using the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck, and I'm pulling a card from the Power Animal Oracle card deck. Just a quick reminder, these are general readings, so take what resonates for you and discard the rest. If you would like something personalized, please go to my website, angelawakening.net, or follow the links in the description box below. So as I was tuning into your energy and I was going back a little bit to the June reading, I feel like there's a bit of a continuation here, or at least in the intro, let's put it that way, for us to kick this July reading off. Just maybe a little sense of things, things moving too fast, or this isn't something that, you're saying, this isn't right. This wasn't supposed to happen this way. It's not supposed to be this way. It's supposed to look different, feel different. I'm supposed to have a different, view, or a different, my surroundings should be different. And the message I was just getting was everything is going exactly the way that it should go. You're right where you need to be. You're either supposed to go through this process, supposed to have this conversation, work through this situation. It's all divinely orchestrated, even though it may not feel like it, even though you may not sense it, even though there may be a lot of confusion, or it's possible the ego is kind of getting in the way and saying, I can do this better. Why am I not in control? What is it that why are things moving in this direction? And maybe you're just feeling like this wasn't the way you had laid things out. So I think that there's still this continuation of change that's happening for you, around you, to you, and potentially you all kind of kicking back against that somewhat. So let's see what the cards say, but I think there's an element here of, if you've done all you can do to make your situation better, and that's in terms of having that appropriate conversation, taking the time to do your research if you need to research something, consulting an expert if you need to consult an expert, doing the work, whatever that means for you, working on this relationship, personal or professional. If you've done everything you can do, and this change happens and it's not going in the direction that you thought it would, then you've done all you can do, and now it's time to ride the wave of the change. And it's time to kind of start to see what potential there is in this change, or what potential there is for you to adjust, to make some adjustments on your side. So let's see if the cards want us to go in a different direction, or they want us to expand on that topic. Awesome. You get an Archangel card. Archangel Azrael. Release. The end of a phase or situation. Spiritual transformation. Time to move on. Wow. So, yeah, this could feel like a loss. This could feel like, you've done all this work, and why is it that you don't feel better? Why is it that you're not feeling like things are resolved, or they didn't go in the direction that you were hoping? But this card is saying that now, whatever this phase is, it's complete, and there's no benefit in remaining in the situation if you're just putting off having a new experience. So, for some of you, this could be a feeling of sadness, a feeling of loss, a feeling of regret. For others, this could feel you could be energized or you could be relieved. Something's happened though that you've outgrown, and it's possible that you're still holding on to it. So take some time to make the adjustment. You know, don't rush yourself, but at the same time, acknowledge that you're going through this period of transition. And if you need support, if you need advice, if you need more, if you need more emotional generosity at this time, seek that out. But just know that really these changes are inevitable, and I think they're definitely positive once you start recognizing what it is that you've actually released. So I really do feel like this is a continuation from June, where things are going to happen regardless of how hard you've worked, regardless of what you've done. And now it's time to embrace the new, embrace the change, and prepare yourself to evolve from it. Face your fear and know that this evolution that's happening for you is, on a spiritual level for sure, is life changing. 9 of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. Yeah, so I feel like once you let that really settle in, and once you let that really be a part of your next steps, you're going to start to appreciate and love life again. And you're going to have this sense of, instead of having this like sense of foreboding that maybe you were having before, now you're going to start to see some things that you've been wishing for come true, and your prayers being answered and your manifestations coming to life. So concerns for what is no longer, or concerns where you're not sure why, you still don't have the answers. What this card is asking you to do is take some pleasure in some of the simple things. Take some pleasure in the fact that you've got comfort around you, and that you should be surrounded by beauty and happiness, and you should have a love of life, and things are actually working out for you. It just may not look like you thought it would look. So don't be too caught up in the appearance of what you thought things would, how you perceive things to be, because I feel like you're actually getting everything you want. It's just not in the package that you thought you would get it. So that will be unique for each of you. But the overarching message here is to let concerns about what is, let go of that, and embrace the things that are coming to you right now. 4 of Air. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So this is the only card I got in reverse, and I don't always use cards in reverse as holding a lot of meaning. I think it does in this case. One, air cards are usually my signal that your nervousness, your fear of change, your outlook that could have this kind of sense of lack about it is causing you more problems than the actual situation. And in the reverse, I'm just getting that tenfold. So that's not to say you're not going to have challenges or obstacles. And that's not to say you're not going to have sadness necessarily. But there is a sense here of how much of this can you let go of and not have to deal with anymore in terms of your emotional state? Or how much of this is, I'm not going to call you overly dramatic, because none of us want to be accused of that, and I'm not doing that. But what I am saying is we can all sometimes kind of look at our situations and see if we're overemphasizing them to a degree. If you've got something going on in your life and you're just super frustrated by it, or it's not going in the direction that you want, that you think you want, it could be time to take a look at all the things that are going right. And if you need some time to, rest and clear your mind, certainly do that. I'm getting rest for just about every sign. So I think we all need to take advantage of every opportunity to get more sleep, better sleep, that kind of thing. And, 4 is also a number of your home, the number of how you're building your foundation, the foundation for your future. So there's just a lot of angst around that right now. And I feel like you all are still clinging to something that that you think was better for you, and it's possible it really wasn't. If you take some time to really address it, really look at it, you could find that you're in a much better situation right now. 5 of Earth. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. And 5 is the number of change and love. And with the Earth card, and again, the first word here is fears, and I really feel like where there is an opportunity for you to step back, appreciate what you have, your focus is way too heavy on what you don't have. So this mentality of lack is helping to create your reality. So help is always around, and again, that could be in the form of an expert, in the form of a mentor, an advisor, a significant other, a partnership, a collaborator, and you are either not ready to take advantage of this, or you're not seeing the help for what it is. You're not seeing it as being as mission critical as it is. Things are improving, and they're going to improve more. Your feelings around this, I think, are temporary, and you just want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And if things are uncertain, if you're building a business or you're in a career where you're just like, I just don't know if I'm going to see the positive results from this, or maybe somebody left your business or somebody left your immediate environment, and you're like, there's no way I'm going to make it without this person. For some of you, you're going to find, oh my gosh, this person was actually dragging us down. They were dragging me down. Or you start to dig back into your the work, and you start to realize that, oh, they weren't paying this on time, or oh, they didn't follow up with this customer, or they didn't tell me that this person had a service issue and I never even knew. And now you've got an opportunity to really kind of have a clean slate and say, all right, well, let's rebuild what the business should look like. Let's rebuild what this relationship is supposed to look like. If it's a personal or romantic situation, it could be like, hey, I did everything I possibly could, and they're still going to go another direction. And you might find, you know what? after a certain point in time, I actually feel a lot better. So again, it's a general reading, but I feel like there is a break of ties with somebody that just wasn't working. And it wasn't working for either one of you. And or if it's not a person, it could be a situation, and the situation just wasn't working for you anymore. So this is a positive thing. It's just important for you to shift your perspective to see it that way. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Wow. Well, we're getting more change cards. I mean, I think this pretty much speaks for itself. You've got possibilities around you, you've got options, you've got opportunities, and it's important that you really dive in and really look at what all those are. And you're going to need to shed some of the negative outlook you've got on this before you can see them, because it's just going to be too clouded by, you know, what you think is best. But that could be one side. The other side where this could happen too is you continuing to stay in something, pine for something, or refuse to leave something. Maybe this change is really happening and you're actually refusing to leave the house, or you're refusing to leave the business, or you're refusing to cut the contract when everybody else is ready to do that. And this could be saying, you know, your attempt to hold on is in thinking that that's the best it's ever going to get. You know, you're clinging to this because you really don't believe that something is better for you on the other side. So it's important just to, you know, recognize that you have opportunities, you have possibilities, and if you need to write them down, or, you know, in some practical terms, find a way to assess what those could look like, and then really start exploring, you know, what would be a first small step to get you to a better place. Maybe just talking to an expert, maybe talking to a counselor, maybe opening up to your partner and letting them know about your fears. Maybe they're not even aware of how disconcerting all this is to you, or you know, something where you can just take one small step towards finding some new ways to appreciate the opportunities that are coming to you right now. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Yeah, so, I mean, once you've done all you can do, you really got to let go, and you really got to be willing to, you know, look at how this person is just raising their head and embracing this change with faith and, you know, no fear. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be positive. I've been asking for things to work out, and I've tended to all that I need to tend to, and I've been doing all I can do. So don't push anymore if you can help it. There's already been a major accomplishment in how far you've come. It's just really challenging to see it right now. So having faith, listening for that inner guidance, trusting the universe, and taking action wherever you're guided. Salmon, you know where you were going and you will get there. Determination. Okay, so hopefully you guys aren't just tricking me and you actually know everything that you're doing and you've got no concerns and this was just a big joke to get me to the end of the reading so you could say, haha, I already knew all this. I'm just being stubborn. Has anybody ever told you that you could be stubborn? So you're either very determined to stay where you are and make something work, or you're starting to see that, you know, it's not about giving up. You're not giving up when you have tried everything and now you're just letting things flow. I mean, it's another water representation as well. So letting things flow, letting things move the way that they're supposed to move. You know, you've gotten a lot stronger because of these challenges and because of the things that you faced. You can, you know, you can get kind of bogged down in, like I said, in the heaviness of it, but getting back to committing to your purpose, getting back to your willingness to, you know, stay committed in the, you know, in the face of adversity, and just trusting that even when the goal isn't apparent, or even when the end result isn't apparent yet, you're moving in the direction that you're being guided to move. It could knock you off balance. It could feel like it's not right. But again, when in the deepest part of you, in the most inner knowing part of you believes that you've truly aligned with something, whatever is supposed to happen will happen. And if that means you reconnect with a person, you will. If that means the business thrives, it will. If that means you need to leave either one of those, or somebody leaves you, you have to have faith that all of that is working out for your benefit, and trusting that you've got options and you've got opportunities around you to lift you up and to make this a real time of transformation. All right, I hope that was valuable for you. Again, if you would like a personal reading from me, please go to my website, angelawakening.net, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon.